Good morning, everybody. So we got to sleep late last night. Did you sleep well? Yeah, so did I. We felt so well rested. We actually woke up earlier than the alarm, and I did my makeup, and we blow dried her hair, and it's looking pretty. And we are so ready to go to clinic and see what her lung function is and see how things go. She got a new Beyblade. That's what she's showing you guys. Do you want to tell them about it? Nope. Okay, we'll check in a little bit. So just a quick check-in from me. Paige is off doing her lung function testing right now. We got here to clinic literally almost right across the road from the hospital, and she started having a panic attack. She put her mask on, and I think things were just too constricted. She was saying her breath was too hot, and she's crying and her face was red. We got her through it though, had to keep her mask on, but she was able to calm down and tough it out. And then they just did vital checks, and she's down a little bit in weight, which is something I'm not surprised to see. It doesn't happen very often, but when CF kids get sick, or even CF adults, their weight can drop because their body's working so hard to fight the infection, and so they're burning more calories. Anyway, that's where we're at right now. She'll be back from lung function test in a minute, and we'll have some results then too. Okay, so updating. Paige actually had to run to the bathroom now, so she's not in here. We are admitting. So her PFTs are down, her lung function. PFT is short for pulmonary function test. Her lung function is down 10% from her best, and given that her weight is also down a little bit, and we can tell from her lung function numbers that she's also obstructed in her upper airways and her lower airways, we're going to go ahead and admit, and it'll be a full 2-week admission. And I'm relieved, very much so, because I was really nervous about taking her back home with her wheezing and coughing out mucus like she is. But I know her doctor is just fantastic. She's a dream, so proactive, and we think very much the same in a lot of ways. So anyway, the plan right now, we are going to leave and go get lunch, and then go to the ENT appointment in Jeff City at 3:15, and then come back and check in and get our room. And I will update you guys after the ENT appointment. I don't know how Paige is feeling about this yet. We'll talk on the drive. But I think she's feeling pretty good about it. The hospital's like a second home to us. We have so many nurses here that we've just come to love, nurses that are on our friends list on Facebook. You know, they follow along with our lives and really are a huge support when we're here. And it always seems to be the same faces, which is so wonderful. We've never had that in a hospital before. And so it puts Paige at ease a lot of the time, and me too. And so it's just like coming in for our winter home. Anyway, I'll update soon. Okay, so we just finished at Paige's ENT's office, and we may or may not be on the lam from Paige's admission.
Why is it so long?
Because we did stop to get ice cream. And this place, like, look at it. Can you see? Yeah, there you go. This place is called Central Dairy, and we just happened to pass it on the way to Paige's ENT's office. He's in Jeff City. So we're in Jeff City. We're on Madison, if that helps. I don't really know anything about Jeff City other than how to get to the Capitol. Anyway, insanely delicious ice cream. I am so stinking glad that we got this, and we stopped here and kind of rebelled slightly from the admission police. But anyway, so her ENT...
I'm good about this. We're so freaking long.
So her ENT was able to collect a bunch of mucus from her nose, and he's going to be sending it off for a culture. I wasn't sure how accurate it would be, but he says that it's similar to a regular throat culture in that, you know, they're familiar with the normal flora that is found in sinuses and noses and things like that.
and we're just looking for the bad bacteria. He says that when he sees mucus-like pages, it can be indicative of a Pseudomonas infection. And so that's scary because Pseudomonas is one of the scarier cystic fibrosis bugs. And she's cultured Pseudomonas twice before in her little life, and we fought it off both times. So I won't be surprised, but I am going to be pretty sad and a little stressed out if she has Pseudomonas again, especially if it's in her sinuses. So he's going to consult with Paige's pulmonologist and definitely get Paige started on an antibiotic rinse to add to her steroid rinse in combination with her saline rinses. And we're going to be doing those twice a day now. So we'll see how things go, and we should hopefully have the culture results in a few days and go from there with those. And then for now, we're gonna finish our yummy ice cream, and then we're headed off back to Columbia to the hospital. So we'll check in again in a bit.
See ya.
Okay, I'm checking in for the final time tonight. Paige hasn't been really in the videos today because she hasn't felt up to talking about all the things she's been through today. And it's been a lot. 2 doctor's appointments in one day, lots of poking and prodding, and then all the admissions, things that we have to check off. So I am fighting a headache right now, a pretty major one. I'm just exhausted, and I know Paige is too. We are so blessed to have such a wonderful hospital and doctors and nurses and other medical staff. Paige felt comfortable enough tonight for me to leave and go to Walmart to get food for myself. Hospital food isn't cheap, and these admissions are incredibly expensive, even if I do eat on my own, from things I can gather at Walmart and whatnot. And it doesn't help that I'm gluten-free. So it makes it a little tough, but she is scheduled to get her PICC line procedure, which is that central line that is inserted about mid-arm and then goes to right above her heart. And that procedure happens anytime between morning and 4 p.m. tomorrow. And I don't want to leave her. I'm not going to leave her, of course. PICC lines are always tough for her the first day. There's lots of soreness, lots of anxiety. It's a rough experience on her. She is at a state where she still needs to be sedated to have a PICC line. I guess anesthetized would be a better word. They prefer to sedate people when they do PICC lines over anesthetization. For obvious reasons, anesthesia takes a toll on the lungs and whatnot. Anyway, so I'm not going to leave her tomorrow, and I need food, so we talked it out tonight, and she feels comfortable enough because she knows the nurses that are around her. She knows what to expect on night shift, and she feels confident. And I have to tell you guys, when we came up to the 5th floor today to begin our admission, it was like just coming home, our winter home. All these nurses that have been there for us over the last 6 years, just, they greet us with smiles, and they line up outside of the nurses station, and they're so excited to see us and to see Paige, and to give us hugs and catch up with us and what they've missed and what we've missed with them. I know the lives of so many of these nurses as much as you can, and several of them are friends with us on Facebook, and it's just like coming home, and it makes such a difference. Admissions are never easy, and I often spend the first night crying of most admissions, but the last 2 admissions, the one before this and this one, I'm not finding myself crying because because we're in this situation again, and it's strange, and you don't know what to expect, and it's such a struggle, you know. I mean, all those things are still relevant, but at the same time, it is mediated by having such wonderful nurses surrounding us. And I just can't tell you guys how grateful we are for those of you who are going to watch this, who are nurses, who are going to see me and Paige over the next couple days or weeks. You know, I can't explain to you what you mean to us. Anyway, so we're doing all right. Paige is settled in. Her IV went well. She has a lot of anxiety, but you know, she put her big girl pants on this time, and I was amazed. You know, she had a slight panic attack at first, but she gained control of herself. You know, she started deep breathing and squeezing a stress ball and talking herself through it. And, you know, we still had to do a lot of talking through it with her and helping her recognize what her fear actually is and what she's actually not afraid of. And then she's just like, okay, we're going to do this. You know, and it was some deep breathing and a couple grunts, but she got through it. And I'm just so amazed at her. But, so this is how we begin our admission. This is a super crazy day. I'm hoping Paige will feel confident enough to get on a video with me and tell you guys about what she's thinking and doing. She's just feeling very insecure tonight and throughout this day. I'll update tomorrow for sure. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you.